SCCC, as they are finding dual win after dual win, doing an excellent job of building up that damage. Success is now, this is a good roach spawn for them as well. They're straight into the pit, 30 seconds without the supports of IG. And with SCCC, they will take this one down very, very quickly.
Yeah, IG are definitely giving this up, judging their positioning. Oh, they're
scared.
They're a little afraid here.
Do they need to be afraid? What is this? Just because I guess they don't have any vision on them at the moment?
They're currently afraid because the both Monkey and Arc were off the map. I think only the Tide showed mid, but I do feel like the Tide showing mid was enough info for them. But they're just looking to, you know, smoke on them and try to bait that they're roaching. I think this could work out really well.
So they can get out of this. No one's inside of IG's jungle at the moment. IG, Emo's going to use the double to check out the pit, so he knows that they're not in there, that they're likely to be making this move because they're not showing anywhere else on the map, Aster.
I see him.
Blackfly's in the trees, they've found him. The skill of the duel not quite working out exactly as intended, but hey, gets the job done. Steers him over, he's into a Mystic Flare, that'll do it.
Okay, now they need to be a little careful, Aster. They're probably going to step back to the Roche, but buyback is available, of course. The Dire Shrine is still there, because IG want to fight this. You're not going to want to give up the second Aegis and Cheese just like that, so expect another fight to come up very shortly.
Yeah, Aster would definitely love to try and push the issue there, make it so that the Monkey King is forced to buy back for this. But they are continuing to play scared. I guess they do know Ravage, Static Storm, you know, that is enough sort of a combo to buy time to lock someone down for the Monkey King to buy back and TP over.
Yeah, they're also pinging bottom right now because they know again that, you know, Arc Warden may eventually get down there again. Also important to know that IG, they did just remove all of Aster's wards that they did place in the Dire jungle, which is very important. Otherwise it would make it way easier for Radiant to play the map right now because they don't actually see anyone on Dire on the map apart from this Arc Warden. He wants to cube another Shadow Blade here on the Legion. So the other
triple Shadow Blade.
Yeah, so the other two Shadow Blades, at least for Sky, it's going to help positioning and maybe to set up a kill on a side lane. I think for Magnus, it makes the most sense, at least in my mind, because for him, it's going to help him to maybe get on these supports and the Arc Warden, because he's definitely the best hero to do that. Like for Legion, it's not easy to do that. He most likely will duel one of the supports or the Tide if he's not in a great position. Oh, there's a Roshan for Dire. Whoopsie.
I mean, they just get in and take it. After sort of all those moments of Aster messing around the pit, not really wanting to full commit, it just ends in a situation where Aster don't even fight IG for it. They're backed off. IG are able to just walk in and take it.
I'm very surprised that they gave it up like that. I don't know if this was a conscious decision or did they maybe not know. I mean, they didn't have vision and they didn't stay around and they didn't use their scan, so maybe they were unaware. I'm not quite certain.
They're still going to go on the hunt, despite the fact that IG have been the ones to pick up that Aegis and Cheese. Fade, scouting things out. It's going to get the vision and the information for them to walk in, take out Ollie. Tron still seeing if he can find the setup for more. JT thinking about blowing the Ravage, but won't quite be in range. They're looking for Fly in the back lines. But he's got that Aegis. They're going to have to take him down twice, and of course also through that BKB. Another jump across, he pounces off the trees. He's going to start going on to Fade. Fade has the Shadow Blade. This time the Boundless Strike will bring down the Sky. The buyback comes out from Ollie. They want to keep this fight going. Winter's Curse popped into place. Tron, he's going to be there with a follow-up. RP down onto the two of them, onto the backlines. Legion, he's trying to go for the duel, but he's losing the duel. The duel will be a failure. Emo gets the bonus. Another Static Soul down. It's trapped the Magnus. It's trapped the Troll. And this is just seemingly a disaster for Aster, as that's SCCC dead for 100 seconds. And they've still got Ravage. JT's still good to go. He didn't even need it.
Yeah, so I think Aster's idea there was, so they had the outpost and they had a really good ward on IG for the majority of the fight, as in mid lane, Baboka may just die in his own base at the tier 4s.
The Glimmer Cape bends.
Oh boy.
And Firefly just cleaning them up right now. It's just been a bit of a strange past few minutes for Aster. The game, it was very even. I mean, it still is, there's only 2k in it, but some rough decision making from Aster. You know, we saw earlier they were pretty good at backing away from a bad fight. Fade, he's trying to kill him. Emo just stands his ground and kills him off. I don't know how dead on Aster. IG, they're taking the racks. Yeah. What happened? Aster sort of just took their foot off the pedal and stopped doing anything, and IG's just abused that entirely. They take Roche, they take a great fight, and now they're taking the base.
Yeah, they're certainly not feeling that great right now. So this top fight, I think, once again, the idea is maybe okay, but then execution not so much. So they feel like they have the outpost, they have a great ward, they can maybe get a good jump, as they did on Lich. They kill him off initially, but then they realize, you know, Monkey has Aegis, they should kind of just back out, but they all started getting caught and they committed to the fight, which was certainly not the right choice.
Yeah, this is looking very strange from Aster. I mean, that's another melee rack's gone. IG now 10k ahead, as this game has very, very quickly gotten out of control for Aster.
There's one really big item pickup that was just achieved by this Arc Warden. He just picked up an E-Blade. Here again we see the fight. This is the ward we were talking about. Lich is already dead. Now he bites back. But now you see Aster, they're kind of sticking around. The only way they can take this fight is if they get to split them up. They kill the Lich, maybe they get a good curse.
They get baited by this, right? Yeah, they see this setup. Yeah. But they try and bite off more than they can chew. This deep commitment for the Legion, he's just crazy. I guess he just totally underestimated the damage output that Emo has.
Yeah, certainly sometimes, you know, you tunnel vision on something, you feel like, oh, I got this dual opportunity on this Arc Warden, I'll go and take it. But even beforehand, they stack their BKB with the curse, but one of the targets in that curse is the Monkey with Aegis, so, you know, it's not really the best choice to start off. So right now, Aster, they're gonna have to, they need to play these next fights more sharp, you know, they can't overcommit, they need to play around curse. It's really important they get a good curse off and a nice RP.
So they can go for now. XX says he did, well, he finished off the old Blade Mail. I mean, Blade Mail nowadays, it's not the item that it used to be, is it?
No, certainly not. It's a lot worse. It doesn't work, obviously, against BKBs anymore. And also in this game, there's a Frost Armor from Lich, and most importantly, the item I talked about, the E-Blade from Arc Warden. It's so strong on that hero. Not only is it great stats for you, but of course you can use 2 of them. And if you look at the Radiant heroes, it actually counters like 4 of them. It's good against Duel, it's great against Curse, it's good against Troll Ulti, and it's great against Magnus RP. So this item pickup, they're already ahead, and this item makes them even stronger.
With the scan.
Just for all the great duels that XXS has been able to make this game, for me, his item progression just, it feels like a bit of a question mark, especially if he does still go for the Shadow Blade after. I mean, is a third Shadow Blade on Aster really going to do anything?
It's probably because, I mean, they just don't feel good about this Arc Warden, right? I think they feel pressured, like, mentally, as here we see a Sky who is dead. He's kind of no man's land. Might even be more kills here.
I mean, Tron's popped his BKB. Is he gonna... no! The Legion's dead. The curse into nothing.
Uh-oh. They also have double Ravage.
And they're just breaking down Aster.
That is certainly what it looks like right now. And now this is actually a time where if they show up, I would not blame the Tide at all to go blink Ravage. Now he has 2 Ravages. They also have a Boundless Strike. They're feeling great. They have this momentum, and they're strong enough to, you know, go play aggressive. So I hope that they stay here and they look for an engagement.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
And Aster, if they do try and fight this, it's going to be around the Legion. There you have JT just jumps in, starts to tease him a little bit with the tentacles. He's holding on to both of those Ravages. He doesn't even need to pop them for them to have the space to take the melee axe. The E-Blade's out onto SCCC, forcing Aster back towards the fountain.
Well, just continue. There's really no reason to stop right now.
They're just getting mega creeped.
Eventually, Aster, they have to go on you. And if they miss position like this, so you have free choice to go. Double Ravage is still available.
Pop down the Wukongs, they got the space to hit the racks. It's a buyback from Baboka. Tron does get in, he gets the 2-man RP, drags them back. There's the Ravage though, JT commits, the BKB's right out in time though. They duel down the Troll, so the Monkey King, they get Fly. Can they get anything more? It doesn't look like it, but the Static Storm, the Mew onto this Troll. SCC's dead, they've both got a buyback. They cannot kill Emo. Emo's just shredding them with the damage he's doing. There's the second Ravage, JT's in, catches pretty much all of them as they'll look towards XXS, force him back. JT pops the cheese, he's back up to full. Still very tanky, especially with that Essence Ring, giving them an extra boost of health. Emo sending the Tempest double forward. The field keeping JT safe from the right click. Tron is in, it's GG, it's all over for Aster. As that second half of the game, it was just a train wreck for them. They had an even start, they had a good start, they were making smart moves, and then, I don't know, they just went sort of a shadow blade too far down the crazy end of things. What was Aster doing? I don't know. I mean, IG, I don't even think they knew what happened there. They're like, all right, well, they just sort of let us win, and that was nice, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they're certainly happy. I mean, why not? But come on, if you've watched this VG series, don't give these guys these heroes again. Even if you played, you know, not good, I would say Aster could kind of kick themselves in the ass right now, because at the end, you know, they maybe had some nice ideas, but they need to know when it's too much, when they need to back out and just let it be. But this Arc Warden and Monkey King performance, just don't do it to yourself again, just ban these heroes.
Yes.
Unless you have a good plan, take them out.
It did not look fun to play against for Aster. They really did struggle, and IG take that first game. We'll see if indeed they do eat Kez.